Hey guys, Chris Senior back from CNH Smalls again for another quick video here. We get this guy drop his yard machine MTD sub-propelled lawnmower over here. This one has the newer Briggs and Stratton overhead valve engine with the primer bulb on them. Most of the ones we've seen over here are the ones that have the auto choke on there. And for overall, the auto choke seems to be functioning okay. Sometimes I'd say it seems like the primer bulb carburetors tend to cost more than the auto choke ones over here. And I just want to make a quick video for this one right here because the customer brought them over here a couple days ago, and we had to get it all cleaned up for him here as well too. This one right here, this is the 21-inch self-propelled with mulch rear bag. It has a 2-year limited warranty, Briggs & Stratton 550E series, 140cc. And this one even has the tag for the engine serial number right on the front over here, so it's rarely available to actually see the engine's serial number here for that. This one also has the primer bulb on here. They recommend that you prime these machines about 3 times in order to start here. Typically, I recommend priming them maybe 2 to 3 times because typically, if you prime a couple times, it should start up in one pull if the engine is in good functional shape. And here's a tag of the engine's emissions control, BS, stuff like that. It has a model year of 2015 right here, displacement 140cc. Even tells you the actual EPA most clean, least clean parameters right here for that. So it's like on about a 1, 2, 3 steps system right here for the first portion of that. Emission compliance is 125 hours, and that's basically everything you need to know about the emissions compliance rating here for that. The reason I was making this video is because a guy brought over here, and he apparently had tons of smoke blowing out of the exhaust on here, and the carburetor was leaking oil. And I gotta tell you guys, these engines need to be I should say the engine oil level needs to be maintained according to what the manufacturer recommends. It's usually about 14, I think it's about 12 to 14 ounces of oil, guys. So you have to maintain them according to what the manufacturer recommends, because if you overfill these machines, this guy brought it over here and he had about 34, I think about 34, 36 ounces of oil in here. And it was basically triple the height, triple the height on the dipstick on here. And we drained it all out to clean the machine up. It took about an hour to do right here. We actually took the carburetor off, the intake system apart on there, got it all cleaned up. And because the oil was saturated inside of the air filter over here. So always, whenever you're having a machine like this, maintain the oil level, please, because we got it all cleaned up here. Air tank or air filter is all cleaned up. Air filter is all clean as well. Still got a little bit of white stuff coming out of here. I can't really do anything about that, but we ran it for about half an hour over here. It's running okay accurately for me over here right now, so it's basically good to go back to the customer. So they should have no problem with it running whatsoever here. Let me put it back in here. Oops, sorry, messed that thing up here. I'm trying to look at the camera, look at this thing at the same time. So it's all back together, and it was basically there was oil leaking all over the entire deck. It looked like the thing just exploded inside the engine over here. And the exhaust side over here, it was completely saturated with oil all over the whole entire deck over here as well too. And I'll give you another shot of where the actual engine tag is over here as well too, because in my previous video I was making the statement about the engine tag being on the right hand side of the block. If you look at the engine from the rear position right here, they have your date of manufacturer and the model number here as well too. This one right here, it's in the horizontal position on here. The other one I think it was in a vertical upright position right here. This one is in the horizontal position right here. Let me see here. Yeah, that's what it is, horizontal, sorry. It's 9P702049, F as in Frank, number 1. Date of manufacturer 11/13/15. And you always have to put a 0 in front of the 9P702. So whenever you look at parts up online of these machines, you always have to put a 0 in front of the 9 first, guys. So just always remember that. Always put a 0 in front of the first number right there for that, guys. So we get this machine's all cleaned up. Still got a little bit of oil residue down inside here, but It's relatively clean now. The machine's all cleaned up. I spent about a half an hour cleaning up this machine from top to bottom on top of the deck and the engine. So I'll go ahead and fire this thing up here for you guys. You can see how a Briggs & Stratton overhead valve, the actual new next generation engines here, is functional. So bear with me here. I gotta put my camera down real quick. So it's running great right now, guys. It's all back together and ready to go for the customer to have it come over and pick them up. So if anybody has any comments, questions, whatnot about this kind of machine right here, this is the Yard Machines MTD brand, self-propelled 21-inch. Just feel free to drop me a message here if I miss anything, or if you want anything clarified in the video, just leave me a message and I'll try to get back to you within probably 24 or 48 hours. I'll see you guys. Have a nice day.